Well, at the base of it, what we do is pedal bikes around off-road.
We do that because it's what we love and we are invested in chasing personal goals and personal improvement. But what we do is travel the world, train really hard, and race in cool places.
Go ahead.
My name's Haley Smith. I am a bike racer.
My name's Andrew Lesperance, also a bike racer with Max's Factory Racing.
Can you tell me how you know each other?
Yeah, we know each other because of biking. We met at the Sea Otter Classic back in 2012.
More recently, we know each other because we're married.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that has us knowing each other. So we arrived in Yukon after a full travel day, and we were there for Canadian cross-country marathon national championships.
Too tired last night to build our bikes, so building them up, and yeah, gonna check out Whitehorse for the first time today.
2 years ago, we signed with Max's Factory Racing, and that was the kind of shift from racing primarily XCO World Cups on a World Cup factory team. This kind of racing had been on my radar for quite a while.
The Olympic discipline held a lot of meaning for us, and I still love it. Part of me envisions myself going back, but I had little curiosity left in that space, and this type of racing opened up doors to explore my own desires, my own relationship with the bike, the world. Like, you see so much in these long races.
The only thing I knew about the Yukon beforehand was one of the people behind the race. I had met him at Cycling Canada, and he speaks very highly of the Yukon, of his home. I understood his energy for the place.
The Mount Mac trails where we're going to have the race, they've been around for a long time. You know, first as the indigenous footpaths. The Yukon, you have to be a survivor here. You can't make it through a winter without other people. And that's the same with trails and our bike community. Like, we need each other, and everyone volunteers and pitches in, and so it's kind of a big deal for people to come from the south and from all across Canada and experience this place. Like, we know how amazing it is, and we just want to share it with more people.
People that are responsible for putting on the race and for building the trails that we got to ride. It gave it context in the race, I suppose. Every time I came to Rock Lobster, I guess I looked forward to it. I just felt a little bit more connected to the trails that we were riding, which we don't get to experience that very often, so it was very unique.
Like a little bit of last minute work, huh?
A little bit of last minute work for sure. Yeah. We've known for a year or so that the bike race was coming, the big race was coming to town, and we had, I don't know, maybe 100 or 200 meters of trail left to build, and it's taken all summer. Not because it's been that difficult of building, just because finding the time has been tricky. So,
Have you ridden it, Mallory?
Yeah, I've only ridden a couple of the slabs though.
Yeah.
Like,
Only a couple of the slabs.
I'm not doing the big ones.
It won't be long.
This is a cross-country mountain bike rider's paradise, really. There are so many places you can ride that are like ridgetop, beautiful scenery that way, mountains that way, lake over there. It's a treasure for sure. So we're proud of the network that's built up over time, and it's been, it's been a major effort for years and years and years. Now we've got these ones coming in and showing us that this really hard trail that Dad can't ride is nothing at all for the new coming riders. So pretty awesome to see that.
So in the days leading into a race, we'll do a bit of recon. So we'll try to see as much of the course as we can see, learn the key sections of it, get a feel for the style of riding required, how you want to set your bike up, etc. And then as the race gets closer, your focus sharpens.
This one, we were leading into a national championship, which is I mean, it's a pretty special thing. You're not gonna have a legitimate shot at these races that many times in your career, so I think that probably brought another kind of aspect to the lead-in that isn't always present at all the races we do.
It's really nice to have someone that understands what you're doing and shares in it. We definitely probably bicker some days and get at each other, but
yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Just because there's so much travel involved with this job, it's really nice to get to do that with your partner, and it's not like someone's getting left at home. Over the years, we've each started to figure out exactly what we need to be doing on the bike in training and when we need time to ourselves or time with other people.
But I also think that we've gotten a lot better at wearing colleague hats and then wearing partner hats. For a large chunk of the middle of our relationship, when I was working towards the Olympics, Andrew placed my goals ahead of his a lot of the time, and now that we're doing this different type of racing, I think it's given him a little bit more chance to prioritize his own goals a little bit more. Not that he ever needed to prioritize mine, but he did.
I forget what the question was.
So we woke up on race morning and it had rained a bunch the previous day, but we weren't that worried about it. Getting up to the race venue, there was frost around. We knew that the routes were going to be slippery, the bridges were going to be icy. But once the race started, all that analysis or worry goes away.
Why do I ride bikes? Part of that answer is it's something that I've always done. I started racing when I was 12, I'm 32 now, so that's 20 years of this is like my thing. So I think it's really hard to answer that because it's just kind of a part of me.
For the first time in these last few years, I can unequivocally state that I love to ride my bike. This is not something that's important because other people say it's important. This is something that I decided is important and only really has meaning to me and a niche group of people that also enjoy this. Getting to be outside in nature, getting to meet cool people and see so much of the world. People joke that cycling's a religion. It's totally true, like it's just everything. It was really special to watch him put his jersey on. Sorry. I've just watched you for over 10 years work towards something like that, and it was just very cool to see you get to capitalize when, like I shared earlier, a lot of our careers have been kind of focused on trying to make my Olympic thing happen, and it was just cool to get to see yours go.
In hindsight, it was like very special to get to do that with my partner and friend.
Yeah,
Strong.
Full thumbs up.
Yeah, not a soft thumb. It's a full thumbs up moment.
It's not very common that you leave a place that you've only been for a week and you feel like you actually know the people that you interacted with. 100% we'd go back.
No, like we have to go back because there's so much that we didn't get to do.
I would love to go back with the mission of riding in all different places and, you know, riding every trail. Like going back with the mission of riding every trail that you can take a bike on would be pretty cool. But yeah, for sure, we will go back.